Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC Entertainment. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today I'm actually going to be doing a video on why I personally think AMC Entertainment is actually going to be making a pretty huge move soon. So let's really dive in and take a look about AMC, why I think AMC is going to be making a huge move, and here's what you should do and kind of what to expect. So AMC currently sitting at $8.48, today down about 5%, and it's nothing special just because the overall market today was not doing well at all. A lot of the stocks today definitely were sinking a lot, and a lot of people probably did lose a lot of money, so I don't really want people to worry about, why AMC Entertainment actually went down today. The overall stock market wasn't really doing well, but I'm actually going to be telling you why I actually think AMC Entertainment, or AMC in general, is going to be making a pretty big move pretty soon. So we do have AMC Entertainment earnings coming up here pretty soon. I believe it's on the 10th of March. And if we dive in a little bit deeper and actually take a look about AMC Entertainment's earnings, I don't think their earnings are actually going to be super fantabulous, but I also don't think their earnings are going to be bad either. I actually do think that their earnings altogether are actually going to be pretty decent. So if we dive in a little bit deeper, movie theaters have kind of slowly started to reopen up again once more, and people are starting to flood kind of towards the movie theaters once again. So if we dive in a little bit deeper and we actually talk about AMC, they actually just announced on March 5th that AMC Entertainment is actually going to be opening up back again in New York. And why that's actually a very good sign is because New York houses a lot of the AMC theaters, and it also is probably one of the most profitable places for AMC as a company in itself. So that was very, very good news, and it's definitely going to boost its Q1 and Q2 outlook as far as sales goes. But the earnings that are coming up are actually going to be Q4 earnings, so we're going to get a little bit deeper. And I don't expect their earnings to be fantastic, but I also don't expect their earnings to be as bad as for when the pandemic first hit. The reason I say this is because if we take a look, AMC has opened up some theaters in a lot of states. AMC Entertainment is still doing business, so that's a very good thing. But there's also another reason why I actually do think AMC is going to be making a huge move pretty soon. If the earnings actually end up being pretty good, it's definitely going to push AMC in the upward direction, which could potentially cause a short squeeze. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, when is a short squeeze going to happen? Well, people have to understand that a short squeeze can happen at any moment. You can't really predict it, but the short flow interest on AMC is continuously increasing by the day. A lot of people do think that the company is going to go bankrupt, and it's leading a lot of kind of people to be confused of what they should actually do with their position with AMC. But if their earnings are good enough, which I expect their earnings to be decent, but if their earnings are good enough, like I said, if this pushes the stock in the upward direction high enough for people to have to cover their shorts, it could definitely push AMC back to $15, $20 pretty easily. But I also want people to know, is AMC Entertainment a good buy at $8.48? That's kind of the main question here. And, you have to understand that, if you guys take a look at it from a perspective of an investment perspective, movie theaters are opening back up. AMC is the largest company that owns movie theaters. I believe they have 11,000 across the globe. It really shows the bullish optimism about AMC, the fact that the company rolled out bankruptcy, being able to sell stock around the $20 mark. Movie theaters are now reopening up back in New York City. They do have their earnings coming up, and like I said, if their earnings are good, it could definitely be good for the stock, and it could definitely be good for the investors that are holding the stock altogether. But I am expecting a pretty big move from this. If their earnings are good enough to push the stock up maybe like 20 to 40%, this could be what the stock actually needs to start kind of pushing it upward more. And as the economy starts to recover, as the pandemic slowly starts to go away, AMC stock is only going to climb from here, which could potentially force out another short squeeze at any moment. People have to understand, a short squeeze is caused when there's a lot of people who are holding short positions have to cover their short when the stock starts to kind of run upward. And this happened because when AMC did go up all the way up to $20, there was people who probably started a lot of new short positions. Now, the last time I checked, AMC does have a short float of about 60 to 80%. I don't remember the exact number, but I do know that AMC does kind of house a higher short interest float. So, really diving in, if their earnings are as good as people actually predict that they're going to be good, and AMC kind of starts to rally, it's going to have to start with that rally right there. If the stock wants to see a lot of upward movement, if it wants to see a lot of explosive growth, it's going to start with how AMC, does on their earnings. But I don't want people to sleep on AMC because, like I said, this stock is still a very good long-term hold, and the stock still has a lot in store for itself. Like I said, the company did roll out bankruptcy, so AMC is not going anywhere, but I do want people to be expecting a pretty huge move here pretty soon from AMC. Yes, a lot of people have been kind of asking, but if we take a look at the 1 week chart, it's down 22.34%. But I do want people to know altogether, like I said, the market has not been doing well the last couple of weeks anyway. So there's still a lot of stocks that are sinking. A lot of the EV companies are sinking. A lot of tech is starting to sink as well. And if we take a look at the 1 month chart, it's actually down 50% of its value. But all it takes is one good push upward to make the shorts to have to actually cover their position. Remember, the short flow interest is increasing by the day. There's a lot of people who are always shorting the stock, especially AMC, because there's a lot of people who truly believe out there that AMC is going to go bankrupt. I don't think AMC is going to go bankrupt, and the reason I say this is because I love going to the movie theaters. I think it's a classical business idea with a very good business approach. I don't think it's ever going to go away, but really diving in, I do think it's a very good long-term investment. But even taking a look at the 3-month chart, it's still up 100% of its value. So that if you take a look at it from a 3-month perspective, that's still really, really good. And even taking a look at the 1-year chart, it's still up 39%. So, that's better than what any ETF or index is going to give you. So people who bought AMC around the, $2 range, they've probably made a pretty hefty profit. But I do still see a lot of upward movement from AMC. I don't think it's done rallying just yet. I do think that, with their earnings coming up on March 10th, that, there's going to be a lot of people who are surprised of what AMC is actually going to bring to the table. Like I said, I don't expect spectacular earnings, but I don't expect super bad earnings either. Not as bad as when the pandemic first hit. As states have started to reopen, a lot of people are getting a lot more bullish on Q1 and Q2 outlooks, which could definitely push up stock upgrades for the stock. And it could definitely lead like a lot of investors to want to start putting more money into companies like AMC. When it comes to the pandemic going away, a lot of people are starting to rotate a lot of their money out of tech and EV stocks, and they're starting to put them in stocks like travel, cruises, and entertainment stocks like Dave & Buster's, AMC, because these stocks are the stocks that are going to recover the most when the pandemic actually goes away. They're going to see a lot of explosive earnings because people have not had the luxury to be able to go to the movie theaters or go to these restaurants or spots. So people are definitely starting to put more money into companies like AMC, and it's definitely something to put into consideration. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC. Do you guys think AMC Entertainment is going to have good earnings? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own, and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.